Hello everyone, this is Brian Parker from Brian Wants Your Help. And this is how I buy Tesla stock and why I buy Tesla stock. Number 6, just got 2 different checks today. Took 75 out of one and 76 out of the other, which gives me $151 to invest in Tesla stock. It's funny, I looked at my last video and I said I buy it from Les Schwab, which is a tire company, but I buy stock slices, which are partial shares of stock from Charles Schwab. So I was able to buy $151 worth today, and that got me 0.6 shares. And so that gets me up to 7.1 shares of Tesla stock. Started at $50 and have increased $1 every time I get paid. And now I'm up to $75 and $76 on these last 2 paychecks. So I went from 6.5 shares to 7.1, so I got 0.6 share. Tesla's risen lately, so I didn't get as much bang for my buck. But I just believe in doing it consistently. I think it's at about it in the mid 250s today, like 254 or something. But my average price that I have bought the shares for, cost dollar average wise, $2.29. So I have made money at this point. But it could go down or up, and sometimes at this point I prefer it go down because I can get more shares for my money. So this month I got paid 3 times, so I bought $74, $75, and $76, which was $151, and then $74, $225, so $225. So a little less than a share. I think $254 is what a share is right now, or $252 or something. But pretty soon, as I go up $1 each paycheck, I'll be buying a share a month, and then eventually more, unless it goes up like crazy. The key is buying it consistently. My goal is to buy 1,000 shares. Obviously, I'll get some chunk money here and there, trying to pay off certain things right now that I'm using my chunk money for to put me in a good position for retirement, and then I'll start buying larger amounts of Tesla to get myself up to the 1,000 shares goal. Why I buy Tesla stock is I believe in their AI, artificial intelligence, whether it's their fleet of cars that are out there currently collecting data off the roads all around the world. And I believe in their self-driving eventually, their autonomous driving vehicles, whether it's taxis or sharing vehicles. I believe in their energy division, in their megapacks that can store solar and wind energy when the wind's not blowing and the sun is not shining. They can pull energy from the packs, and that group is growing as well. I believe in their AI, in their licensing of their full self-driving? FSD being licensed out. I believe in their gas stations, which are essentially electrical charging stations, and I think just recently VW and a couple other companies added to it. So almost all the major companies, there's like 2 major companies or 3 that are holding out to not use what we call a gas station, which is the electric superchargers network that Tesla has built. I believe in the semis. Once we get a bunch of semis on the road, I think they create 17% of the pollution, the diesel semis, and it's only 1% of the vehicles. So from an environmental standpoint, I like that as well. They have a solar division. I'm not sure what the direction of that is really. They have a bot division, which as birth rates decline and robots get better, I think they'll be able to do some tasks of human beings without displacing actual human jobs, because there'll be less humans unless the birth rates start to increase. but it seems to go down. The richer countries get, generally the fewer children they have. The also in the Cybertruck coming out, I think they might reach 500 delivered this calendar year to 2023, and probably they won't do a huge amount in 2024, but I think 2025 and out they'll do a lot of Cybertruck business, but I don't think that'll add a lot to the overall share price and value of the company as much as it will the technology that went into the Cybertruck. Their wire steering, just so much. I mean, they basically reinvented almost everything about vehicles. And so I think they'll be able to apply that to the Model 3 and the Model Y. And I think we'll start to see in about a year a $30,000 or less car, even without a rebate, out there from Tesla as a new introduction. I think that'll be the next introduction. I think it's going to start in Texas, and it'll be in Mexico, and I think they'll produce it in Berlin as well as possibly China, Shanghai factory. But I don't think it's just an auto company. I think there's a technology company, and you know, they're going to do other things like insurance and financing, I believe, if they haven't already started. Some of you can update me in the comments. But there's just so much that they do. Elon was explaining, you know, what traditional automakers do, and so much of the parts are outsourced and made, and so they really just assemble cars. So the workers at a Ford factory assemble the parts that are made elsewhere, and where Tesla is mostly vertically integrated. I mean, there's some exceptions to that, but I think a long-term goal is to make everything with the car. And I also like the fact that Teslas are safe. I think 4 out of the 5 safest cars are Teslas, and with the Cybertruck, maybe 5 out of, well, what do they got? They got the Semi, the 3, the Y, the Cybertruck. What am I missing? I don't know. But pretty soon they'll have the less expensive model. But they're very safe. I saw a crash test into the driver's side door of a Cybertruck at 35 miles an hour. Would have totaled most vehicles. They just had to replace the airbags and the panels on the doors. It would have totaled most cars. So I like that, and I'm going to buy a Cybertruck. Hopefully they have most of the bugs out of it. I don't believe Tesla is a perfect company. I don't believe that they have everything done perfectly. I understand some of the arguments made by people that like OEM vehicles or gas-powered vehicles. I like, you know, especially classic cars. I love them. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that love those styling and just the power and sound and the engines that you can actually work on. But today's cars are just, one looks like another. I think if you lined up all of the major truck makers, similar products, and took the badges off, the average person that's not a truck lover would have a hard time telling a Chevy from a Ford, from a Ram, from a GMC. But when you look at the Cybertruck, you definitely know what it is. And whether you like the look of the Cybertruck or not, it is a statement vehicle. And I don't really care about the appearance so much of the Cybertruck as I do about the safety and the technology that they put into the Cybertruck. It's going to advance the whole company as far as the automotive division. But mainly I think it's an AI play, and I like the energy play as well. Anything that can help the environment and anything that can help safety, save lives, And I think the most American-made truck in the world is the Cybertruck. I think that's pretty much a fact, that the Cybertruck is the most American-made truck in the world. The Model Y, I understand, is the best-selling car in the world, so that's why I like buying Tesla. And I just see the EV market growing. I see Tesla growing. Even if people stay with gas-powered cars, I still see Tesla growing. And there's so many things to be excited about. A lot of people don't like Elon. But my opinion on things is that I think you should live your life and do what you want and have the freedoms to live your life the way you want it. I think he should have that right. I think I should have that right. And I don't think Elon should have anything to do with the progress that he is making with Tesla and the impact it can have on safety, the world, technology, affordability. A lot of times when there's crises, whether it's global warming or whether it's energy prices, costs of manufacturing, and I do think Tesla will lower their manufacturing. They continue to get better and better, and with each new car, each new release, each new, they tool up the factory lines and they learn what they've done and what they can do better. And I think that'll help all companies, whether they're automotive or in the automotive industry, because we all kind of learn from each other. So, and I'm more than happy to see other electric vehicles being sold, hybrid vehicles being sold. I think safety should be the number one thing, and I like drive assist in the fact that in a personal matter, my pregnant daughter-in-law was going 70 down I-5 and somebody hit her passenger side rear end and was going to spin her out like a NASCAR on accident, and she was right next to a concrete barrier on the Meridian, and the Tesla took over, kept her straight, kept her from getting in an accident, and the baby is born healthy, and she's my granddaughter Addison, and she's 1.5 years old now, and that right there was worth the price of the car. My son said he loves the car, he does not like Elon, and he loves his Tesla. So, it's a complicated world, but I think we all should try to do our best to make it the best we can, and each of us is going to have flaws. There's many things about me that other people don't like, and there's things that other people do that I don't like, but I think us all coming and trying to pull for the same team, which is the human race, is what my channel's about. So, I know I haven't posted any worm videos lately. I will get back into that. I'm getting ready to turn my 13-foot long worm bin that eats the worms eat all my junk mail and all my cardboard and my clothes that are natural fiber and all of our food scraps, and they just do a tremendous job of keeping stuff out of the landfill. I will be turning that and posting videos on that. I'm just kind of playing around with the channel right now to figure out what there is, but my daughter has a stand and a light, and it's going to help me do some things to make my videos better and more relevant. So if you're into composting your food and keeping it out of the landfill, composting your paper waste, cardboard waste, anything you can to keep stuff out of the landfill, I encourage you to watch YouTube and just type in vermiculture, worm farming. I can show you how to set up a smaller program to do that, and it also creates a great amendment for soil. Anyways, back to Tesla stock. I'm staying consistent. I'm buying it regularly. I'm buying more dollars worth of it each month, even though it might not equate to more shares if it goes up, but I'm consistently investing. And whether you invest in anything, it doesn't have to be Tesla. Do it consistently, do it when you're young, old, in between. 4 years from now, if I'm still alive, I'll be alive. I'll be 4 years older. If I don't invest, I won't have invested for 4 years. If I do invest consistently, I will have invested for 4 years. And I think investing for 4 years is a better plan for me. Anyways, Merry Christmas to all of you out there. I'll talk to you again after the new year. Unless I do a worm video, I'll talk to you before then. Thank you for supporting the channel. This is Brian from Brian Wants Your Help. And this is how I buy Tesla stock number 6 and why I buy Tesla stock number 6. Thank you so much and have a great day.